Good morning and welcome to another Sunday ride with Honda Big Wing Kolkata. Today's ride has an environmental benefit which I'll explain as we ride along, so stay tuned as we take you to the remotest villages of West Bengal. Today's destination is only 90 kilometers away, but don't let that short distance fool you. The roads are congested and pretty challenging. It takes about 2.5 hours of riding to get there. First part is the EM bypass. Road conditions are mostly good apart from the wretched flyover which was constructed by demonic spirits at the stroke of midnight to abuse your motorcycle's suspension. The Highness managed quite smoothly though. On the agenda today is mangrove tree plantation and initiation by Kolkata's CB350 Highness and RS Owners Club, Wing Riders of Bengal. Second part is the Bashanti Highway. Our riders rode safely and sanely, taking in the cool morning breeze on pleasant road conditions. This is the part where you can actually keep a good average speed because the next part comes with an unpleasant surprise. The ride is at a snail's pace, cutting through traffic and people endlessly. But if you think that's bad, wait for the next part.
So as you can see, we've reached Barulpur, all the riders catching up, so we're kind of stopping in the middle for all the riders to catch up. I think there are 28 bikes here today, so lots of bikes.
The roads get progressively narrower till we reach a point where it's impossible for four-wheelers and the tarmac hasn't been repaired for a couple of years. As mentioned in my review, the softer suspension of the Highness makes it glide over such road conditions, and the half an hour of struggle is rewarded with the best stretch of this ride so far. Though narrow, the state highway leading to the destination is twisty and enjoyable.
Been about 2.5 hours on road, and today we are riding to Sundarban. If you guys already know that, if you've seen the stories on Instagram, do follow us on Big Wing Kolkata Instagram for live updates because we do all the updates there. As you can see, this road currently what we are riding in cannot be even driven in cars, so if you're coming by cars, I don't know how you'll go there.
The gentleman who appeared at the end of last video clip is Rothinda, and his organization works for sustainable development in several river delta lowlands in India where flooding is a common problem. One innovative measure that he explained was that they've created floating vegetable gardens for the locals. Not only does the platform remain floating during flooding, but the vegetable they have grown that also survives the flood, and the family can stay afloat and wait for the relief if their own houses get flooded. The land that you see on both sides of me, all of this land gets submerged during cyclone, which happens every few years. Instead of the locals always being reliant on the external aid and relief work, they are actually trying to create a community which can self-sustain even during those hard times. Apart from the people, these cyclones harms the local ecosystem as well. Lot of animals die and plants are eroded. Rathinda believes in relief for Mother Nature, and today's ride is all about that.
So we've reached our destination. As you can see behind us is a beautiful flower bed on the pond. So these are shaluk flowers, in Bengali we call them shaluk, and we've reached, all the motorcycles are behind us. That's the entire lineup right back there. If you can see behind us, those are the people who are responsible for raising the mangrove saplings, and now they'll be supplying us with 500 such saplings, which we will transport to the area where they need to be planted. কিছু হবে না, হাইকিং বুটস। এক সেকেন্ড, পাটা কোথায় ফেলবো? এখানে এরকম জায়গায় পা দিতে পারবে? বুঝে গেছি, আরামসে, কোনো চাপ নেই। এই হাতটা ছাড়ুন, হ্যাঁ।
The locals are loading the saplings on the other boat, after which we'll start the journey.
We have already planted more than 100 trees, and we are not such experts, at least I'm not, but with the help of the locals, like he's coming over there with all of the trees right there. So with their help we are actually able to do this, and total target of 500 saplings will be planted today. So this is a river delta, and it is one of the conserved areas, because this mangrove tree plantation actually helps in preventing the flood. And the lesser known fact is that Kolkata and other places, because of the thick forest here, we are also protected from the sea storms like the cyclones and all. They are always deviated from away from West Bengal into Orissa or Bangladesh, and one of the reasons is considered to be the Sundarban Forest. So conserving this forest is not just for this local ecosystem, though it is very important, because this is also the natural habitat for the Royal Bengal tiger, but this ecosystem actually protects the rest of South Bengal.
তিনটে সাড়ে তিনটের মধ্যে না বেরোলে ওই রাস্তাটায় চাপ হয়ে যায়।
তো হবেই, ওটা দিয়ে হওয়ারই
ওই রাস্তাটায় খুব চাপ, আস্তে ধরে চালাবেন কিছু হবে না। না মানে দেখো ব্যাপারটা যে
না, যারা স্লো
দুজন পড়বেই, আমরাও হতে পারি। আমি তো একবারও বলছি না যে আমি পড়বো না।
So that wrapped up our most satisfying activity so far on a ride, post which we were served lunch by the villagers. It's the most quality ethnic Bengali food that I've had for years. They had over 7 dishes prepared for us, but I was too busy eating, so don't expect footage of everything. The lunch did get us delayed, and the ride back home on those dark roads wasn't very pleasant. So if you're planning a trip, leave 1 hour before sunset or find a place to stay overnight. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on our next adventure with Honda Big Wing Kolkata.